Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. My name is Miss Ashley and I work for the Virginia Beach Public Library, and we're going to be doing a yoga story time today all about the winter. Alright, so first we are going to untie our bodies and get our bodies ready for yoga. So we're going to start at the top with our heads. Can you touch your head? Nice. Alright, so we're going to move our head around and around to untie and loosen our heads. Nice. Now we're going to go to our shoulders. Can you find your shoulders? And we're going to move those up and down, up and down. Nice. And once those are loosened, we're going to move to our hips. Can you find your hips? And we're going to move those in a circle. Nice and round. All right, and then we're going to move down to our feet. And we're going to do them one at a time first. One. We're going to move them in little circles and untie those. And then we're going to move to the other one and balance and move that in a circle. All right, so now that our body is all untied and loosened up, we're going to flow and freeze. We're going to move our whole bodies. Ready? We're going to flow and flow and flow and flow and flow and flow and freeze. And flow and flow and flow and flow and flow and flow and freeze. And one more time, ready? Flow and flow and flow and flow and flow and flow and freeze. Very nice. All right. Now we're going to do our stretches. And we're going to sit down here. And we're going to put one arm up over our heads. And we're going to sing extend and stretch. Extend and stretch. Now we're going to twist our middles. Twist and turn. Twist and turn. This is yoga. This is yoga. So much fun. So much fun. Very nice. All right, now we're going to be snowmen. So for this one, we're just going to stand up. And snowmen start really tall. So we're going to put our hands above our head and we're going to sing. Once there was a snowman, snowman, snowman. Once there was a snowman, tall, tall, tall. In the sun he melted, melted, melted. In the sun he melted, small, small, small. Very nice. All right, and so now we're going to read our winter story called A Loud Winter's Nap. Tortoise had just snuggled in for his long winter nap when... "Hello there, Tortoise," chirped Robin. "Would you like to join our singing class?" "No," grumbled Tortoise. "I was trying to sleep. Tortoises don't like winter." "Why not?" chirped Robin. "They just don't," said Tortoise. And he packed up and left in search of a quieter home. Tortoise snuggled down in his new bed. He was just about to close his eyes when... "Hi, Tortoise. Would you like to make some ice sculptures with me?" asked Rabbit. "No," groaned Tortoise. "I was trying to sleep. Tortoises don't like winter." "Why not?" asked Rabbit. "They just don't," said Tortoise, and he packed up again. Tortoise trudged through the snow and found a new napping spot. Again, Tortoise snuggled down in his new bed. He was just about to close his eyes when... Thud, thud. "Hey, Tortoise, would you like to play in our snowball fight?" asked Squirrel. "No," Tortoise said angrily. "I'm trying to sleep." "Tortoises don't like winter." "Why not?" asked Squirrel. "They just don't," groaned Tortoise. "Why would anyone want to stay awake for winter?" grumbled Tortoise. He was tired and cold and needed to find a quieter place to sleep. Tortoise decided to move to higher ground. Again, Tortoise snuggled down in his new bed. He was just about to close his eyes when, bounce, 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 swish, swish, swish. "Oh no!" cried Tortoise. "Ker-plunk! I do not like winter," Tortoise said. Tortoise hiked up a big, snowy hill. Behind a small tree, Tortoise found a flat piece of wood. It was the perfect place for napping. He snuggled down in his new bed and was about to close his eyes when, whoosh! As Tortoise whizzed along, he couldn't help smiling. Maybe winter isn't so bad, he thought. And as he flew off his sled and through the air, he couldn't help giggling. Maybe winter is more than cold and snow, he thought. Whee! And as he slid across the ice, he realized he had been wrong. That night, Tortoise skated, slid, and spun with his friends late into the night. He wasn't tired or cold. Maybe some tortoises could like winter after all. The end. All right, so now we're going to see if we can retell our story using some yoga poses. So we're going to do snow because there was a lot of snow in the story. So we're going to sit down, and you can sit however is comfortable to you. And we're going to hold out our arms to the side, and we're going to make some snow with our fingers. Some snow coming down. Very nice. And now we're going to go into turtle pose or tortoise pose because that was the main character of our story. So for this one, we're going to come down on our knees. We're going to sit down, and we're going to cover our head like we have a shell. Just like this. Perfect. All right. And now we're going to be a bird because that was the first character Tortoise saw. So for this one, we're going to stand on one foot and bring the other one out. And if you can balance using your arms to the side like wings for a bird. Very nice. All right, now we're going to be rabbit. So for this one, we're going to go back down on our knees. Whoop. And instead of covering our heads, we're going to do something tricky. We're going to see if we can put our hands up tall, like rabbit ears. Yeah. So another way you can do it that's a little easier is you can go like this, like you have rabbit ears. All right. And now we're going to do ladder because he climbed up a really tall ladder to get to another sleeping spot. So for this one, we're just going to take one elbow and join it with our knee, just like that. And then we can take the other elbow and do the knee. So one. Very nice. All right, and now we're going to do the snow falling. The snow falling thud on his head. Ready? We're going to go down like this. It's like snow falling. Very nice. Get a good stretch. All right, and then we're going to be tree pose because he climbed to the top of the tree. So for this one, we're going to hold our hands up high above our head. And we're going to bring one leg up and see if we can put it to the side and balance. And it's okay if we fall because remember the tree in the story fell to the side, didn't it? So we're going to balance as well as we can. All right, and then he found a nice sled. So we're going to be a sled. So for this one, we're going to put our legs right out in front of us. And we're going to take our arms and see if we can touch our toes. Just like a sled. Very nice. All right, and then when he got to the bottom and he fell on the ice and he slid. So now for this one, we're going to go on our bottoms. We're going to lay on our back. We're going to take our arms and grab our feet. This is called Happy Baby. We're going to slide around. All right. And our last one, second to last one. he went skating with his friends. So for skating, we're just going to take one leg out like this. See if we can hold it and balance ourselves like we're skating. All right, and last thing he did in the story, do you guys remember? He went to sleep. So for this one, you can do it however you want, but I'm going to lay down on my side, put my arms out, and do sleep pose. All right. Very nice job, guys. All right, so for our last thing, we're going to play a game called Frosty Says. So, Frosty's going to tell you to do a couple of things, and you guys are going to follow what I'm doing, okay? So, Frosty says, make a blizzard, a snowy blizzard. Ready? So we're going to take our arms out, and we're going to make a blizzard with our arms, just like this. Very nice. All right, Frosty says, freeze. Very nice. All right, Frosty says to make a snowball. So for this one, we're gonna curl in a ball, just like this on our backs, and grab our arms and make a ball, a snowball. All right, and last one, Frosty says, make a snowman. So for this one, we're going to bring our arms together, our hands together like this. We're going to bend down on our knees and be a snowman or snowwoman. There we go. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. We're going to do our final wind down. So instead of moving fast, we're going to slow everything down. But we're going to start with our heads again, okay? So we're going to move them quick at first, and then slower, and slower, and quiet our heads. And then we're going to do the same with our shoulders. Ready? Fast at first, and slower, and slower, and quiet our shoulders. Then we're going to come to our hips, and we're going to do fast, and slower, and slower, and And lastly, our feet. Fast, 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 slower, slower, and And last foot. Fast, 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 and slower, and slower, and All right. So now we're going to lay down and do our snowball breath. So we can take our hands and pretend that we have a snowball right on our bellies. And we're going to breathe up and down and feel our snowball or our hands move up and down with us. And there we go. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I had a lot of fun, and I will see you guys in the new year with a new video. But in the meantime, if you're looking for more virtual programs, you can visit our webpage at www.vbgov.com/libraries to check out all the exciting programs coming up. All right, guys, I'll see you in the new year. Have a good winter.